Alright, guys. We alive. You know how it is? Alright, so we're in the hole. We're doing our thing. So, I'm feeling a little bit better today, I'm not gonna lie. Mrs. Biffle Chips, welcome, welcome. I'm feeling a little bit positive today, which is nice. Hence why I'm reinstalling Ubuntu to an updated version. Finally, I've been putting it off for about 6 months. Hi, how are you doing today, Mrs. Biffle Chips? It's best to do something like that when one is feeling somewhat good. Exactly, right? So yeah, how are you doing, Mrs. Biffle Chips? How's your day going? Queen, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How's things? How's life? Tell me all about it. When getting some of your own Linux stuff reinstalled, nice is how to reinstall rather than move the slash home since slash home was reinstalled. Makes sense. Makes sense. Doing good. How are you? I'm feeling kind of okay today. I'm slowly processing my emotions over what's happened, so that's positive. Yeah, I'm not doing too badly. I need to build my new chair. This one is becoming unsafe in my opinion. Yeah, I've not built it yet though. I got a black and purple chair this time, mostly because that was the cheapest color. But purple is my favorite color, so you know. Yeah, I got it because it was the cheapest option, but I'm not complaining. Nothing wrong with purple, I know, right? One downside today though is my hips are aching. Not quite pain in my traditional sense, but aching. This is beautiful chips. I just like safely shut down the system with Ubuntu on, which is hilarious because the next time it's powered on, it will be installing a new operating system. So I really could have just, held the power button or whatever. It doesn't matter if it's corrupted at this point. Definitely miss a bit of chip, definitely. Another reason why I'm reinstalling Linux from scratch is I'm toying with the idea of installing Linux on this computer, the one that I stream on. So I want to install like OBS and the games that I traditionally play and stuff and see if they even remotely run on Linux. And if they do, we could potentially be moving this Windows system over to Linux, which would be pretty interesting. Steph, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How's things? How's life? Tell me all about it. Steph, how are you doing today? You're tired, Paramount? You're okay? That's fair. That's fair, Steph. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty tired today, actually. Now I think about it. It's just one of those things, it's at the moment because of personal circumstance, my brain is just so distracted from everything that I can't sleep. I'm just going to ask how you are tired, a little bit emotionally drained. But yeah, overall, not too bad. We're doing okay. We're in the hole. Always in the hole. You know how it is. Uh, I don't know, guys. What has everybody been up to today? What have you all been doing? Anything interesting? Anything noteworthy? Anything at all? I don't know. We I played RuneScape today and I backed up a few files for reinstalling my operating system. I ate a sandwich, all the usual normal kind of stuff a tech nerd does. You've mostly just been working distracted from work, that's fair. Done a lot of washing. I did that yesterday. Just appointments, dentists and stuff. Ah, okay, okay. I hate dentists. Oh, you okay there, sir? I need to do some tidying today. No worries, Mr. Bitches, no worries. No worries, sir. You're doing okay. It's a good job that there's nobody coming to your flat pack because that place be dry washing. Nothing wrong with that. half an hour. I'm feeling kind of okay. I'm feeling kind of okay right now. Ugh. I'm so freaking tired. It's really frustrating. I don't know. It's really it's really hard to be motivated right now because, well, I don't really want to like keep banging on about it. It's just really annoying because I finally got back to streaming. I finally got back into it, and then something happened, and it's just frustrating. There's no one to blame. It's no one's fault. I get. At the same time, it's just like, why can't the universe just let me be happy for a while? Steph, what have you had to eat today? In fact, what has everybody had to eat today? What have everybody had to eat? I've just had an onion burgie on a bread roll. I couldn't think of a universal way to describe that. Sorry, I've just got a notification. Is anyone there? No, I can't see view count, whatever, so we'll see. If anyone needs to talk about food, what have you eaten today? I'm gonna have probably frozen pizza, and I just don't have the energy to do anything else. Like the things. Right, I'm guessing everybody has disappeared. That's fine. Now I'm gonna be entertained. it's it's been a rough time lately. I'm glad that I'm back to chuckling and smiling. What does my phone? Welcome back, Mrs. Pickle Chips. Welcome back. I'm back, sorry. No worries there. Although it is considered like good manners on Twitch to say if you're leaving chat for a while, but you don't have to. It's not a requirement. It's just like most people do. You know? I know you're still pretty new to Twitch. I hate how they use the. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm just letting you know in case you watch anybody else. Like, I'm really not too bothered. I just talk shit anyway. Okay, Spec. I appreciate that. Alright, I'm just reading something real quick. Sorry, I'm reading. Why have I not heard about this until now? I understand this to you, Mrs. Biff and Chips. That's why I can't really talk about it. That is certainly something else. I've not read it fully through yet, but I read the recap. To be charged for those two things is insane to me. Like the fact that you're gonna get a legal charge for the alcohol one makes sense because it is a Muslim country, but the other one, which I can't say on the stream, is just insane. The fact that you get arrested for that in particular is like mind boggling. Oh yeah, really cool. Yeah, that, sorry, I'm doing multiple things here. Yeah, gosh. Yeah. That was much easier when I finally had the right software. Okay then. Note to self: use the correct piece of software for the job. That's definitely helped. It was my own fault. I was using it was the right piece of software, but it was an outdated version. I had two versions of the software in my downloads folder, and when I searched it, for some reason, the first option was the older one. So I just clicked it, and then I'm like, why isn't this working? Like, what's happening? So I go to the website and I go, oh, I see. I'm like, I see, this is a very old version. So I go back to my downloads folder, find it manually, and I'm like, yeah, that's a big, you know, a big difference in version number, and then it just works. So my presumption is the old version just didn't work. Or doesn't work with modern Ubuntu ISO. Also, completely unrelated to anything we've talked about so far today, but can we just end child pageants, please? Beauty pageants for children should not be a thing. Mm, I'm scrolling through YouTube trying to find something to listen to, and a video popped up of one of those American TV shows about about it, and I'm like, can we just end that? Like, it's not needed. It doesn't offer any benefit to the world. It's just weird, you know. Make them illegal. I'm talking specifically about like really young children. I think at a certain age, and I don't know what that age would be because I'm not a psychologist, but at a certain age, you could argue that the young person could make the decision for themselves. You know what that exact age would be? I don't know. I'm not even gonna like say I think it should be this age because I think if you're going to be making laws, it should be based on science and fact, not some random arbitrary feeling. You know, but like it's just not needed. This is the longest stream I've done in like 2 weeks. That's saying something. I really need to really start doing longer streams. What does everybody have planned for their evenings? I'm planning to reinstall my operating system and go through all the setup. I'd be lying if I didn't say I enjoy it, at least. I'm not gonna lie. I've got to. I would be completely lying if I said I didn't enjoy it just a little bit. You know, I'm a nerd. I'm a computer nerd. It's. I just. Yeah. Mrs. Bifflechips knows what I mean. Because she changes her operating system like twice a year or something. England is playing tonight at 8. Fair enough. When you said 8, as in that second message, I was very confused because I used the 24-hour clock, not the 12-hour clock. So, like, that is 8 a.m. to me. Like, nobody can tell me any different. Okay? Nobody can tell me that that is not 8 a.m. Don't at me. No, I understand what you're saying when I cognitively read the message. When you say playing tonight, that's obviously 8 p.m. But like, I don't see time like that. You know, and I've talked about this on stream before about how Americans call the 24-hour clock military time. They just don't understand it, and like the way you view time is completely dependent on like dates and times. Everything is completely dependent on the system you use. Um, and I read a research paper a long time ago about how like people in certain parts of Asia completely saw time differently because they used a different system for measuring age than we do, which I don't think many Asian countries do anymore. And it completely like changed the way they thought about themselves in many situations, and it was insane to me. But yeah, the way you view time and the way you view the clock completely changes like the inbuilt thing. To me, it doesn't matter if you say 8 tonight, that's 8 a.m. to me. Nothing will change that. Cognitively, I can use intelligence to go, yeah, obviously you mean 8 p.m., you know? But like when I see that, I do not see 8 p.m. It doesn't matter. You can put PM at the end of it and that's it's 8 p.m. until I process it mentally. It's just the way brains work, unfortunately. You know, like that's 2000 hours. I don't think about it. You know? When I was younger, I used to rely on understanding 24 clocks by minusing 12 um, of the hour if it was. And then over time, I stopped doing that and accepted. I just accepted the 24 clock as is, got used to it, and now I would never change it. Once you finally just get used to the 24 o'clock and you internalize it, it's just, you don't think about it, just look at the time. Hang on, does anyone else in the chat use the 24-hour clock? I know a lot of British people do. Fun fact, right? Um, I did not know this, but for a lot of people in Europe, like people who don't use the 24-hour clock are seen as childish or unintelligent. And I'm like, I wouldn't go that far, you know? I wouldn't say somebody who just learned a different system is childish for them. Because, like, especially more on the continent than in Britain, but, you know, like, you get taught the time in, as, 12 hours, and then you learn the 24-hour clock as you get a little bit older. So people who still use it are seen negatively. I don't think that's quite fair, right? There are lots of reasons why somebody would do something different to you. It's like when people don't speak your language or don't speak your language very well, a lot of people presume they're not intelligent people. But I would argue, even if you have the basic grasp of a second language or a third language, you are probably at least somewhat intelligent and have some level of drive to push yourself to to learn a second language. You know, and I think it's a shame. You see it a lot in more in racist people who don't think about it, who like, oh, they must be stupid because they don't understand my language. And I'm like, depends on where they're from. They might already understand multiple languages. You know, if you were from India, there's a good chance you understand two, three languages, maybe more. If you're from certain parts of like the Middle East or Africa, you'll understand Arabic and the local language. No, I agree with you, Mrs. Beautiful Chips. I think us humans were very good at judging the humans, right? You know, and any little thing you can find something in another person to judge them on, somebody out there will judge them on it. Doesn't matter if it's the height, the weight, how they talk, what. Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying. Doesn't matter how they talk. Doesn't matter what languages they speak. Doesn't matter. Anything they can find to use as an insult, they would insult. And I just think, like if we put all the effort that we put into trying to be destructive to other people's mentality and concentrated on improving ourselves, humanity would be in a much better. But yeah, like I, I've heard members of my family say it because my where I live is relatively racist sometimes, and there'll be somebody who's maybe speaking their own language with like their wife or whatever in the supermarket, and then they'll speak not great English, and they'll insult them and call them stupid or whatever, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but how many languages do you know? Oh yeah, what? You know? Like I will argue, I know one language and I know parts of a second with learning Spanish. I'm a very long way away from knowing multiple languages. And on that note, guys, I'm going to say bye to you all and get on with having some fun with Linux. Seth, Missy Biffle Chips, and everybody else, feel free to message me. Have a good day, night, morning, afternoon, or evening. Whether you watch these lives, whatever you're doing on YouTube, guys. Catch yourselves, stay safe, and last but not least,